This was my dream match. A match I thought was gonna happen in WWE, and Edge versus Edgehead. Scott Hawkins, we were the Edgeheads. A main event, WrestleMania 24. We tried to help him beat The Undertaker. We were not successful, so I thought, oh my God, next year the Edgeheads explode. Edge versus Hawkins versus Ryder. That didn't happen. The Edgeheads, it was over. It ran its course. Then Edge retires. I think I'm never gonna have the match. He comes back to WWE. I get fired. Then when he leaves, when he goes to AEW, I'm like, wow, this might happen because the Forbidden Door. Adam was doing this this open challenge for the TNT title. And I texted him. I shot my shot. I said, listen, this is my dream match. Please keep me in mind. He said something like, I don't want to quote him, so I'm paraphrasing. The Cope Open is over, but if we ever do it again, I will keep you in mind. And I kind of just forgot about it. A few months later, he called me and he asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, shit, I was supposed to wrestle Ultimo Dragon that day. And I'm somebody who doesn't bail on bookings for better opportunities, but I had to make an exception for this. All right, here we are, we're watching it right now. I have goosebumps right now watching. Now, the little jingle to my song is playing, and in real time, I'm thinking, oh my God, they're not reacting. But nobody knows that, right? And then the MATT CARDONA goes on the screen, and bam, like the place goes nuts.
Oh my God! Wow!
Wow, this is fucking awesome, just watching it back. I'm a mark for myself. If you watch it closely, like, I'm trying not to smile, I'm trying not to like cry like tears of joy, and the crowd chants, holy shit, and I felt it, right? It felt like everything that I've been working for these past 4 years, that it's been working, that the fans, like wrestling fans remember stuff, and even in WWE, Adam, he tried to get something going with the Edgeheads when he came back, and the powers that be said that no one would remember. Fuck that, they remember, and this is proof they remember. Holy shit chants on the entrance.
And the fans here are going bananas, absolutely bananas.
I got special gear for this match, and it didn't come. It didn't come. It said, like, instead of rated R superstar, self-made superstar. It did not come in time. So whatever, I just swore gear that I had. But I realized, okay, this is a serious match. Yeah, I'm the deathmatch king, but I can't come out wearing the fucking crown. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a serious moment. It was at that point I knew I gotta get away from this deathmatch king stuff. I gotta get away from this indie god stuff, because you can't just insert that onto AEW or WWE TV. It only works in a certain setting. So it was then when I realized I need to evolve, and I get hurt like a couple weeks later and it all starts happening. So you can just see how excited I am, because this is my real life and in wrestling storyline idol. Big lockup, collar elbow tie up. I was in Indianapolis the day before for a convention, and I wrestled Nick Nemeth. And then I had to fly to Detroit and then get a rental car and cross the border, drive over, and I made it like just in the nick of time. This is awesome, Jan, I think. It was just an opening spot. That's what I mean. Like, it's the moments, not the moves, right? The people knew what they were watching. Man, look at my tan, looks good. Full disclosure, don't think I've ever watched this back. I'm somebody who, I kind of want to live in the moment, right? And I knew how much I loved it, and I didn't want to like watch it and then critique myself, which I'm about to do. Adam always has great looking gear. That's what I always admired, that he's someone who always looked like a star. He's in the best shape of his life now. Look at this, people are on their feet. And this was a jam-packed stadium and walking out. And yes, the hard cam was full, believe it or not. Man, I just miss that. I miss being in an arena, a stadium. The indies are great, and sometimes it's so much fun, but there's nothing like a full house, a full arena. All right, there we go, a little choking Adam Copeland there. I might slip up and call him Edge. Sorry, Adam, if you're watching. Obviously, I want to have a great match for myself, for the audience, but I also want to make him proud too, which I guess was the most important part, because this guy is my idol. So I want to, and he went to bat for me to get me this match. So if it didn't deliver, that's on me. And, I talk about being always ready, and it's not just a gimmick, it's not just a catchphrase. Like, okay, what if he called me and I wasn't tan or I wasn't in shape? You have to be always ready. You just have to be, ready for any opportunity, because you don't know when it's gonna come. All right, here's it's called the heat spot. Oh yeah, raking those eyes. This is a little callback. No one's gonna know this except for three people, me, Adam Copeland, and Christian. I did this same heat spot with Christian in ECW. I remember just standing here, like getting the boost from the people thinking like, oh, I belong here. Oh, I just ripped up a sign there. Yeah, look at that. I love being booed. I love being hated. It's just like, to me, if you're not getting the ultimate reaction, whether it be a lot of cheers or a lot of boos, like what are you doing? So at this point in my career, I just crave the boos. People say I'm snug. People say I'm stiff. That means I hit too hard. But I will blame Arn Anderson. He once told me that I am too pretty and I gotta be snug. So when people say I'm stiff, I say, hey, don't blame me. Blame Double A. This is, oh yeah, choking him out. Choking him out. This gear is my Deathmatch King gear, and cheap plug from my toy company, Major Bendy's. I have an action figure in this gear, so it's pretty cool that like, I already had the figure because I've had the gear, but I can say when I look at that figure, that's the gear I wrestled Edge in. Adam Copeland, sorry pal. I feel like we're in commercial break right now, and in commercial break, unless it's picture in picture, that's where like the picture is there and there's another picture. You don't want to do too much because you're in commercial break, no one's going to see it. The referee has an earpiece and he'll say, we're in break. Or he'll tell you, we're back. The referee is a crucial part of the match. And trust me, being on the indies, I've had a few great referees and a lot of shitty ones. It's easy to just put my arms out saying, love me, big smile on my face, and they're booing it. So that smile, it's me being an asshole and me actually loving it. Grabbing a hold again, trying to rip his head off. A term in wrestling, a term that I didn't know until I became a wrestler, is getting blown up. It's when you're too tired. Of course, like we've all blown up, but I think it's more of a mental thing too, because I never blew up until I heard the term blowing up, if that makes sense. All right, we got double cross body, double clothesline, and a big boot. There it is. What a spot. I was never a big boot guy until this match, but I wasn't going to tell Adam, yeah, I don't throw a big boot. You know, he's called the spot, so I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And now I use the move, believe it or not. I'm a big boot guy now. About to get into the comeback, another wrestling insider term. This is awesome, Chance. I mean, like, deep down now, but more so in the moment, I'm like, oh my God, thank God, like, I'm fucking good. But also, like, I am always ready, and thank God that Adam gave me this opportunity, but also thank God that I was always ready for it. I'm probably a little blown up right now. Here we go. Boom. Big boot going up. Oh, I remember this bump sucked. Oh yeah. Pulled me off right in the back of my head. Not fun. This match, Cardona versus Copeland, like, as crazy as it sounds, I used to, like, when I was a teenager, wrestle the invisible Edge, like in my bedroom, pretending it was like a WrestleMania or something like that. And it took 20 plus years to actually have the match. Could I critique some things in the match? Could I have done some things better? Sure. But for what it was, career highlight 100%. Up there, maybe top 5. The craziest thing about this match is like, we've never touched physically against each other, you know? Like I was an Edgehead for so long, and I was under his learning tree, like front row seat, the best seat in the house, like not only being in the locker room while he's calling matches, but being ringside while he's wrestling Undertaker, Batista, you know what I'm saying? Like just watching and listening, it was such an invaluable learning experience. And now to actually wrestle him and use what I had learned from him and also show him what I had learned by myself in the years after him, and just hoping that I would make him proud. This match, even just watching it, it just feels so right. Like we have this natural chemistry. It just flows, obviously telling a story. And it's just a match that it just had to happen. And I'm so glad it happened. And like I said, I got hurt like 2 weeks later. Oh, here's a trademark MATT Cardona spot from the Indies. Here it is. Some things translate to TV. Roll in the ring, let the babyface come in, and then you kick that middle rope. It's legal. It's not a low blow because I'm kicking the middle rope. I'm going to give him his own move. The execution. I don't know what he calls it now, but I steal that move now. Now that's in my repertoire. I don't know if there is, for me personally, if there's a difference between wrestling for the indies and wrestling for TV, because I treat everything like it's TV. And I try to tell the people on the indies, slow the fuck down. Like, I know we're not on TV, right? And listen, on the indies, you can interact with the people more because it's not filmed or it's not on television. But I always try to tell people, like, pretend it's on TV. Pretend there's a camera going here and tell them the story. So especially like towards the end of the match, some people feel like they're just laying there. Just fucking lay. If I'm laying there, just fucking lay there. You know, and let the people digest what's going on and just pretend there's a camera in your face and then it's going to my face and the commentators are telling the story of the match. It just, they're booing before I even get to the boot. I treat every show like it's on TV. Maybe that's because I came from TV, you know? All right, little woo-woo boo. Nope. Spear. Nope. Uh-oh, here we go. Little radio silence. Oh boy. Buckle bomb. All right, so here, this was a little scary. He's supposed to give me a running power bomb. I don't think he realized I'm a big boy. So it's kind of just a regular power bomb, but it worked. I'm like, you think you can really? I'm like 230, you know. So it worked out. It was like the opposite of a running power bomb. He walks backwards like, shit, this motherfucker's heavy. But I thought I was sandbagging him. And of course, like I didn't tell anybody about this. This was live. So like obviously Chelsea knew. I had to, there we go, radio silence. Spoiler, he kicks out. But I didn't tell anybody because in wrestling, like, I hate when things leak. Like, it just happens all the time, and I get it. Everybody wants to be the first to break the news, but fuck, sometimes things need to be a surprise. There it is. I go for the spear. He hits the spear. That was my idea. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Like, I remember, like, thank God this is fucking over. A, because I was a little blown up. B, because, like, this was so fucking good. And I know people are going to say, like, I'm tooting my own horn, but fuck, toot, motherfucker. Like, it was fucking great. Like, I loved it. Talking to Adam afterwards, he loved it, which that fucking meant everything to me. So like this match was everything I ever wanted it to be. I've been ready my whole career for this match, to have my dream match, and it was a dream come true.